Hello, I'm Rod White, defensive pass game coordinator at Bluefield College. Today I'll talk about a couple of different things, and the first thing will be man coverage. And for man coverage, I'll talk about it in press and off. And when I get to off, I'll talk about it outside that corner and inside in the slide. Then I'll get into a couple of different coverage things. Read to and trap to, and when I get in that, I'll talk about it against a balanced offensive set, 2x2. I'll also get into a couple of things we do against trips. 42, which is quarter half, or cover 6. 41, which is single, solo, or special, as well as deuce trade, which is our zone blitz concept, 3 deep, 3 under. And I'll talk about one of the blitzes we do with that, low cross, which is a 5-man front for us against a couple different formations. Thank you. Now we'll start to talk about man coverage. First, we're going to start off in press. Come in. Now, say he's the receiver, line right here, and the ball is in there. I want our outside leg to split his crotch. I don't want to be too far inside, because if you go too far inside and he give you an outside release, now you have to play catch up. You give him a free release to the outside. Or he give you an outside release, go ahead outside, he forces you to open up, and he come back inside, make you flip your hips. So, I want to split him. My outside leg split his crotch. And I teach stutter. Some people might call it mirror, some people might call it inch back. So we teach a stutter. Snap the ball and stutter off. We also line up about a yard off so we can give ourselves room and space to read the release of the receiver. So snap the ball, we stutter off, give ground, depending on his release. If he were to outside release you, all you do is kick and stay on top, stay square. That way, when he does outside release you, you still have body presence on him. And he has to either run through you or you widen him close to the sideline, which will help you get in phase and be connected to the receiver. Now, if he goes on the inside release, you stutter, boom, you break, get to his top shoulder. With me, the rule number 1 is don't let him win inside. And by winning inside, that means getting that free release to the inside. He has to feel you at all times. So when he goes inside, he needs to feel you. So, let's go back over it. Ball's in there, he's the receiver. Outside leg, splitting his crotch, about a yard off the ball. The snap, we stutter, read his release. And the reason why we stutter off the ball is because a lot of times when you get impressed, the receiver automatically think you're going to put hands on him. So he sits there, do a lot of dancing, a lot of movement. So we're going to allow him to do that. Then when he actually gets into his release, we either slide to stay on top or squeeze him down if he wants to take an inside release. We also will change alignments. The ball's still in there. We'll start with an outside shade, and as the receiver looks down at the ball and the quarterback gets into his cadence, we start to switch levels. Because once again, once the receiver gets lined up and he looks down, he's already thinking of a release. So if his release was based off of you being outside, then all of a sudden you move inside, it changes the whole game. We also go inside to outside, because once again, it's going to change the whole game. He might have been doing a release to go away from you. Now you move to him, and it changes everything up. Now that's the way we'll play press coverage. Now we'll get into off coverage. Say he's the receiver again, and the ball's in there. We'll line up about 7 yards off, a yard inside. We need to really protect the slant and protect all inside routes. Your mindset you should have in man coverage is 3-10-30. The first thing is read the 3-step. The next thing is the 10. The next set of routes should break around 10 yards. So we'll start back from the 3. The 3-step is the hitches, the slants, and even the fade ball, because that could be a catch and throw. So you walk off the ball. Walk, read the 3-step, drive whatever route it might be. Once he clears the 3-step, you get into your pedal. If you can stay into your pedal till you get around 15 yards, the receiver should be around 10 to 12. And once the receiver gets to around 10 to 12, the next set of routes should break, which is the dig, the out, the post, the curl, stuff like that. So stay into your pedals, get around 15 yards. Now, once he clear that, it's the 30. That's the deep ball. That's the fade. After the post is already broken, the ball is in the air, ready to make a play. Now, if you're not connected to the receiver, and by connected, I mean feeling, like you're right there on him in phase. If you have space, you just continue to run. Tell yourself to relax and play through the hands. Now, if you start to see the receiver starting to slow down and really looking back, now you can start to look back because it's probably an underthrown ball and you don't want to get PI by running into him. So as he starts to slow down, Now you can start to look back. But if he's continuing to run, you got to continue to run. Keep your eyes on his hips, eyes on his hands. Once you see him up, you shoot through, play through the hands, make a play on the ball. That's the way we'll play outside. Now, when we go inside to the slot, we'll tighten down. Same mindset, 3-10-30. Things happen a little bit faster in the slot, so that's why we tighten our space down from 7 to about 5 to 6, because things happen a little bit faster. We also, the same way we were impressed when we were switching alignments, we do that from off in the slot. If you don't have a low hold or a high hold defender in cover 1, you can line up outside leverage, let the receiver think he has an easy release, free release to the inside. As the quarterback get into the cadence and the ball is snapped, go ahead and switch your leverage. Like say he's the receiver, the inside is still in there. We'll be here, and on the snap of the ball, we'll all of a sudden switch, and he'll come straight to you because he's probably going to think he has a release. We also, if you believe an outside route is coming, line up inside. As the ball is snapped, you get into his cadence, get outside, he's going to run right to you. That's the way we play man coverage from press and off. Now we'll get into a couple of coverage things. Thank you. For defense. And in our 3-4, our D linemen line up in 4-0-4, which means they head up when the center and the tackles. Our outside linebackers, Sam and Hammer, will take an apex alignment, which means they will line up in between the tackle and the slot receiver. Our corners will go 7 yards off, a yard inside. Safeties will stack their outside linebacker. We'll put our inside linebackers in a 20, which is head up on the guard, but from linebacker depth. Now, I'll talk about read 2. Corners. They'll line up inside and snap the ball. They'll shuffle down outside. And the reason why we shuffle down outside is because we want to force one inside. And by us lining up inside and coming down outside, if we can't get hands on him, our bodies should be in the way of him to make him stop his feet or reroute. That's on both sides. Outside linebackers take their read steps and they drop based off of the release of 2. They're trying to get 2 to go wide. And we call that hourglass. They're trying to hourglass 1 and 2. Force 1 in, 2 out. Safeties will walk off the ball and then will skate off the hash depending on the release of 2. If 2 goes in or out, they will find 1. If 2 goes vertical, they will stay closer to 2. In case 1 get vertical, they got to make sure they 60-40 the fade ball. Mike and Will, they will take their drops based off the running back. But they will have the low area between the hashes. Our D linemen, they go vertical, eyes inside, pass, go ahead, get outside contain. Nose, you just go straight forward. Now, if we were to get 2 verticals like we do in this picture, corner, as you work your way down, see the release of 2. You see 2 getting vertical, get hands on 1, slow him down, so it's not a 2-on-1 fast break on your safety. But if you see 2 going vertical, you will sink, get underneath of this fade ball. That way it has to be a perfect ball. We don't give them an easy throw. That's the way we'll handle 2 verticals. Now, say we get fade out. And fade out, that's a fade by 1, out by 2. Corner, you'll do the same thing. Come down, outside leverage, force 1 inside. Hammer, outside linebacker. Take your read steps, then take your drop. Once you see 2 go out, you find 1. Get underneath of them, get in that hole. Safety, walk off the ball, and then skate. Once you see 2 go out, get your eyes on the 1 that should take you over top. Corner, once you see the out by 2, you go get it. Hammer, make sure you get underneath so that way the quarterback has to lob it over top of you so it's not an easy throw. Easy throw to this one and give your safety help. Now, say we get slant arrow. Slant by 1, quick out by 2. Corner, same thing. Slide down outside, get hands on 1, see the release of 2. You see the out by 2, go get it. Same, take your read step, then take your drop. If 2 goes out now, find 1. Because usually if he goes out that fast, a slant's coming. Don't go chasing out because your corner's sitting there. Take your drop, get in this window. Get right there. He's not going to see you. Go ahead and make a play. Safety. Walk off the ball. You see 2 go out. You skate, find 1. You see 1 does a short route, a slant, nothing vertical. You don't have to skate as much off the hash or pedal as deep. Settle down and get ready to rally up on a play. I said we get smashed. That's a hitch by 1, a corner by 2. Corner, same exact thing. Come down outside, you see the hitch, go hug it up. Yell smash though, alert smash, get your eyes inside the 2. Because usually when you get a hitch by 1, you're going to get the corner by 2. So get your eyes inside. Let the quarterback believe that you're taking the hitch and don't know nothing about the corner. Get down, go get the hitch, eyes inside. Then you sink underneath. Sink underneath this corner. Free safety, same thing. Walk off the ball, then skate. Hammer. Take your re-steps, then drop. You're trying to widen him. That way he goes closer just in case 1 does go vertical with hourglassing. Force him wide. Then when you're in that corner, you get underneath of it. Stay in the window again. Make the quarterback throw it over top of you. Free safety, you be there and get ready to make a play. We'll get into trap 2. Trap 2 is a version of Tampa 2. Everybody will take the same alignment. Now, instead of the corner going outside like he did in read 2, he will take a few steps inside. We're trying to trap this fade ball. Let the quarterback believe that is open, and then unlike in read 2 when the safeties walk, now they will automatically skate off the hash so they can get to that ball. Now, say the field is that way. The inside linebacker to the boundary will now become a post defender. He will become a post defender. Snap the ball, get out of there. Mike, you'll take your drop again, still based off of the running back. Now, if the field's that way, there's no need to really go run into the boundary that much, so you can come straight back and swing that way, work a little bit more that way. Sam and hammer. Now you have to be real physical with the number 2 receiver, because we can't allow him to get a free release. We're already giving the 1s a free release. We can't give all 4 of the receivers a free release. So take your re-step and then drop. Try to really widen him. Really widen him like you did the first time, but even more now. Even more. Corner, same thing. If you see 2 going vertical, go ahead and give ground, sink underneath. Sink underneath because you have nothing. That's how we'll handle 2 verticals. Now, trap 2 is real good against fade out. Because now, like, as he take his steps inside, see the release of 2, go get it. Go get it. Same, take your re-steps, then take your drop. You see 2 go out, once again, find 1. You see 1 going vertical, you really sink in this window again. Make the quarterback throw the ball over top of you. Safety, get off the hash, find 1. Don't overplay it so much where you can get beat on the post, but play it enough. Read his tempo. If he's going fast, you gotta go fast. If he's going slow, you can take your time a little bit. This is real good. Fade out is real good for trap 2. Now, say we get smashed. This also should be real good. Corner, take your steps inside. You go get the hitch. Hug the hitch up. It shouldn't be open. Hammer, take your re-step, then take your drop. Widen him again. Safety, you're already getting off the hash, so you should be on top of the corner. You should be running the route for him. Take your drop, get underneath, make the quarterback throw it over top. Like I said, you should be running the route for him. Great play for you. Great play. Now, slant arrow. Take your steps inside again. You see the out, go get it. Take your re-steps. You see 2 go out, find 1, get in this window. Once again, you're getting off the hash. Nothing comes to you. Don't go so wide. Don't go so deep. Settle down. D lineman, same thing. 4-0-4, get vertical, pass, get outside. Now, same linebacker, where it's 2x2, you take the apex alignment between the end-man line of scrimmage and the slot receiver. Now, you'll take an apex line between 2 and 3, but then take a couple steps closer to 3. That way, quarterback can't just get rid of the ball to number 3. You have presence there. Corner, same alignment, 7 yards off, a yard inside. I usually teach this against 4 verticals. Now, we're going to run 4 front side, cover 2 on the back side. The key to this, with us running cover 2 on the back side, is making the quarterback think he does not have this ball pre-snap. He does not have that ball pre-snap. To turn the quarterback away pre-snap from looking there. So, free safety, we're going to close the middle of the field. You line up, hit up on the guard to the B gap to help yourself out. Strong safety, same thing. Usually you'll stack your linebacker, but no, on this one, you will line up head up on 3. Taps out. If you were to get 2 verticals by 2 and 3, you can 60-40 it closer to number 3 because that's the closest ball. Now, Mike, you're a wall defender and you will run with 3 vertical. Wall defender means you let nothing cross your face. Nothing comes across, you build a wall right there. If 3 goes vertical, you roll with it and run, trail underneath. Corner, you're cover 4. Deep as your way. Sam, you are a seam flat defender. Seam is very important because if you get a seam, you have to run with it. Run with it to help out this safety and help out this corner. Run with it. Cover 2 backside, hammer, take your drop. Same thing. Don't go out there. If the back swings, don't go chasing the back. It's behind the line of scrimmage. We'll rally up, they throw it. Work your way. Make sure you get in this window for a slant or a curl. Corner. With it being 1 receiver, you're kind of one-on-one on the backside. So if we were to go vertical, automatically trail it. Back to the free safety. You're very important. Like I said, let the quarterback think this is closed. Snap the ball. You work your way to your deep pad. Will, you take your drop based off of the running back. He works that way, you work that way. He were to something magically go that way, you work that way as well. But the key is the free safety in these trips coverages. That's how we handle it in 42. Now, 41, what some people might call single, solo, or special. We're still 4 front side. Now we're 1 on the back side. You're manned up. Corner, you're manned up. You play how you want to play it. Press, off, however you want to do it. Now, like in 42, we wanted him to think the middle of the field was closed. Now in 41, we want him to think the middle of the field is open. So free safety, go back, take your normal alignment. Same thing with the cat. Go back to your normal alignment. Leave the middle of the field open. Because you're working across robbing and poaching 3, let him think that ball is open. You come across, go get it. Mike, you have the same thing. He were to go vertical, turn, run with it underneath. Same thing for the will, same thing for the hammer. Now, Sam, yes, you are a seam flat defender. But if he runs vertical, you don't really got to run as deep with him. Run with him and then settle and settle. If something takes you to the flat, you go get there. Corner already sinking, where if we were to get a corner, he can be underneath and then he'll be over top. That's how we play 41, single, solo, or special. But in these trips coverages, the key is that free safety. Leave the middle of the field open or closed, depending on your responsibility. If you're backside and cover 2, or if you're robbing or poaching 3. D-line, same alignment. 4-0-4. 2x2. Take your apex alignment, outside linebackers. Corner 7 yards off, yard inside. Safeties, stack your linebacker. I'm gonna talk to you out of base cross. Then I'll get into low cross, which changes the front, but base cross. Outside contain, outside contain. Mike linebacker is first, the Will is second. Nose, you go strong B. Mike, weak A, Will, strong A. And deuce trade means we have 2 deuce droppers and 1 trade dropper. And by that we mean, because we count outside at 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Deuce droppers stay inside of whoever the number 2 receiver is at that current time. Might not always be the original 2, but the current 2. Because they run a switch route, take your read steps, then drop. Work with 2 going out, then if you see 1 coming back inside, you go ahead and stay inside of that. Now, for this, our safety. One of our safeties will be the trade dropper. They look at each other, give each other thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up means you're getting to the post. Snap the ball, you skate to the post. You have 0 run responsibility. You get deepest and deepest. I want to break top down on everything. Free safety, you come across, come down, about 8, 9 yards. You're the trade dropper, based off the running back. If the running back swings that way, you continue to work here. If he swings this way, you work back this way. Deuce dropper, trade dropper, hammer is the other deuce dropper. Stay inside of the 2. Corners, they are the ace droppers, which means they have a close third. Not a regular third where it's deepest and deepest, a close third. So snap with the ball, they walk. Read the 3-step, read run pass, then from there you get to the 3, 10, 30. And that's how we'll run cross. That's our deuce trade. 2 deuces, 1 trade, we pass it off 2 by 2. Now, say we get trips. We're going to run the same blitz. Talk about the same blitz. Now, when it was 2 by 2, deuce trade was there. Either safety pick. Now, when it's trips, the backside safety comes down. Because just like in 41, quarterbacks don't look at it at throws. So if he's coming vertical, he's not going to see him. Once again, skate to the post, deepest and deepest. You're still the deuce. He's right there. 1, 2, 3. He's still the trade dropper. He's still the deuce on the backside. Now, his deuce is in the backfield. He will work off the running back. Running back swings, get in that window. Once again, we do not chase the running back. He is behind the line of scrimmage. We will rally up if that ball is thrown. Get in that hook curl window. Now we'll get into low cross. Instead of our D lineman being 404, there'll be 303. Tight inside, Sam walks down, head up. No tight end, hammers backside and a 5. Corners, take the same alignment. Same thing for the linebackers. Now, with this number 2 being detached, that safety his way has to walk down something to give pressure so the quarterback just can't get the ball and throw it out there to him. The opposite safety, stay at normal alignment. The blitz will look the same. Aim get outside, nose B gap, Mike A gap, Will other A gap, and cross face get contained. Snap the ball, he'll be come down and be the deuce. Corners, ace droppers, close thirds. Cat, skate to the post. Sam, you're the deuce dropper. Your deuce lined up right in front of you. Snap the ball, step strike, get hands on him. If you don't allow him off the ball, makes your job a little bit easier. Now, you go to release out, find 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hammer. Now you're the trade dropper. Take your drop based off the back. Back swings, work this way. Back doesn't swing, Go straight back, look at help on the deuces, the slot receiver, and the tight end. Tight end where to go here, quarterback not going to see you, make a play. Now, if we were to get trained, what some people might call trade, depending on where the back is, depends on what we will do. Now, with this number 2 receiver being detached, this safety has to walk down some. This safety stay at normal alignment. Snap the ball, he'll come down and be the deuce. Corners, same thing, they're the ace droppers. Sam, just like in ace, your deuce was in front of you. Now, in trade, your trade is in front of you. Step strike, don't let him off the ball. He does take your release based off of him. Hammer. Now, you was the trade in ace. Now you're the deuce in trade. 1, 2. Take your drop based off of him. He swing once again. Don't go chase it. Get in this window to rob this slant or the curl. He doesn't drop, same thing. Try to get in that window or that window. Now, if the back is 2 to 3 receiver side, we call it 4 strong. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we get this formation, we check out of this deuce trade blitz and run another one. Because if we were to get 4 verticals and the back swings, he was the deuce dropper. His deuce is now on that side. He's not going to get there. He's not going to get there. And with everybody running vertical, their eyes will be based on their guy, and they won't see him going there. So we will check out of this deuce trade and run another one, which we call wham. We will still align the same way. 3-0-3, 8 up, and then a 5. This end, the weak side end, will cross face, get outside contain. The will linebacker will go B gap. The hammer will go A. Nose opposite A, and go get outside contain. If we get this play against this formation, Mike, this is the only time you run and go get the running back. Cat, you're still the deuce. Sam, you're still the trade. You still get to the post. Everybody coverage-wise, for the most part, is the same, except we switch who's going because he was the deuce on this side. Now he's all the way over there. He's not going to get there. We adjust that responsibility, and we go get it. So that way it gives us help. Now, today we talked about man, press and off. We've also talked about read 2, trap 2, 42, which is quarter, half, 41, which is single, solo, or special, deuce trade, low cross. Thank you.